Hollywood will remember this. Fair or not, a film getting the axe after already having been shot is almost unprecedented. One look at this photo from the production and I agree. This Batgirl film should never see the light of day. First off, I have no ill will towards Leslie Grace. I had no idea who she was before she was cast in Batgirl. I've never seen In the Heights, and it's the only film she's ever done outside of music videos and a short, so her acting experience is limited. Leslie Grace isn't the reason this film deserved to be cancelled. It should have never been made in the first place. Just like with the upcoming Flash movie, the DCEU is heading in a terrible direction. The Batgirl film was an awful bridging of the gap between lowering the quality of DC films to CW levels. Go ahead, look at that costume again. I know you don't want to. Let it burn its way into your retinas. Women are putting together costumes in their spare time to go to Comic-Con and look twice as good as this monstrosity. If I were Leslie Grace, I would have been upset they wanted me to put that on. One look at that costume and I almost lost my lunch, but I digress. The real reason this movie was canceled is because the new president and CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery, David Zaslav, wants to take the company in a new direction. He doesn't want to release movies straight to HBO Max where Batgirl and another movie Scoob were slated to be released. Instead, wanting to change their film release model back to a more traditional model and have movies work their way down from theaters to eventually landing on their streaming services. Not to mention he will be shuttering HBO Max and Discovery Plus, and a new streaming service will take their place in summer of 2023. His second reason for giving Batgirl the axe was quality. It was testing poorly. David Zaslav himself had seen the film and apparently thought it was so bad cutting their losses and writing this film off on their taxes was the best option. This option meant the movie can never be seen by anyone. It can't pop up anywhere where the studio stands to make a profit. During the company's earnings call, David Zaslav said, "We're not going to put a movie out there unless we believe in it." Yeah, I'm sure that stings. The point here is that the DCEU may now be in better hands. Zaslav has already talked about a 10-year plan, and it looks like a majority, if not all, of the CW shows are coming to an end. I'm hoping they end everything and just start over. That's not going to happen yet, as they are releasing about 6 other films to theaters, including Black Adam, Shazam 2, Aquaman 2, the Batman sequel, The Flash, and a Joker sequel as well. Batgirl is taking the loss on the chin for the good of the entire DCEU. Let's be honest, this train has been off the tracks for a long time. Batgirl will be remembered as the movie so bad they took the film roll back out of the can and just exposed its lights so no one would ever have to see it. The story of Barbara Gordon is actually incredible, and if properly done can make for a fantastic film. This project had many things going against it from the start. She was supposed to replace Batman in the DC Big Three. Huge mistake. Ben Affleck gone and Michael Keaton returning to train her, Leslie Grace's Batgirl was going to be the new Batman going forward? Seriously, the people running the DCEU into the ground deserve to be fired long before this, but for this alone as well. Warner Bros. Tried making this movie on the cheap. Another mistake. If you're going to do it, then as a movie studio, put your money where your mouth is. A straight-to-streaming movie given such a low budget, and you know where I'm going with this. One look at a costume and you feel like the studio set them up for failure. Introducing what was supposed to be a character going forward in theaters on a streaming service. Mistake. If Batgirl is supposed to matter to the overall DCEU, then a weak introduction wasn't going to cut it. Her character needed to be developed. We needed to meet her before her solo film, especially one that wasn't going to be in theaters. But DC was rushing headlong into another bad idea like they have been for years, so who's really surprised? Hollywood is a tough place, and Leslie Grace just found that out if she didn't know it already. Who knows where her career goes from here, but DC fans have a reason to at least have hope for the franchise going forward. David Zaslav seems competent, focused, and appears to actually care about the intellectual properties, maybe even as much as fans do. He should care more, seeing as how his company is the one with billions of potential dollars riding on it. Let's see what he does.